Hi guys, tonight I am really excited. I am going to read a story to you. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you. My name's Lori, and this is my story. Lori McGowan. I wrote this story, and I'm going to read it to you tonight. It doesn't have a lot of pictures, just this little ghost girl in the front, but I want to share it with you. With Kinsey and Weston and Cole and Addie and maybe Lindley and Michaela and Kinley and who else might be watching. If you want me to say your name, drop a line and I will say hi to you next time. So, you ready? Patches, the quilted ghost. Patches was happy. It was almost time for the Halloween ball, the biggest night of the year for the town of Ghostville. Patches and her family just moved here, and she was anxious to make new friends. They had been very busy haunting their new home at Butterrum Mansion. It was a beautiful home full of many rooms full of all shapes and sizes. But the room that Patches liked the best was the sewing room. Mrs. Butterrum, the owner of the mansion, was a quilter, and Patches spent many days watching her sew. She was amazed at all the beautiful fabric and how Mrs. Butterrum would put all the pieces together. She would cut and pin and stitch and hum, carefully matching each piece. Patches thought that someday she would like to have a quilt all to herself. The next day was the Halloween ball. Patches was so excited as she floated from room to room. "I'm going to make some new friends today," she cheered. As Patches drifted past the sewing room, she couldn't resist peeking in to see what was going on. Patches watched closely as Mrs. Butterrum carefully matched the colorful fabric, laying pieces this way and that, pinning and stitching. It looked like a star, thought Patches as she leaned in closer to look. Snip, 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 went the flying scissors of the quilter. "There," said Mrs. Butterrum as she quickly stood up. "All done." Startled, Patches jumped back and realized something dreadful had happened. Oh no! Mrs. Butterrum, with her flying scissors, had cut large holes in Patches' sheet. Light was shining right through her. "Oh no!" cried Patches. "I'm full of holes. What will I do about the Halloween ball? I will never get to make new friends now." And she began to cry. Well, do you know what happened? When the ghost tears ran down the front of her ghost sheet, she became visible to Mrs. Butterrum. "Oh my, what do we have here?" said the astonished quilter. "It's a sad little ghost that's all full of holes." "My name is Patches," she sobbed. "We just moved here, and I was so intrigued by your quilts that I got in the way of your flying scissors, and now my ghost sheet is ruined. Not only do I feel quite a draft, but I won't be able to go to the Halloween ball." Again, Patches started to cry. Now, Patches, don't cry. I'm a quilter, and there's nothing a little patch of fabric can't fix." "Really?" smiled Patches. "Really," smiled Mrs. Butterrum. "Now, let's get busy." Patches looked at her and smiled from ear to ear. Mrs. Butterrum worked quickly, pulling pieces of fabric from her stash, holding them up for Patches to admire. Pink polka dots, yellow flowers, green stripes, and other colors were smartly matched together. Patches was so excited she could hardly wait to see how it would turn out. Mrs. Butterrum sat down at her sewing machine and started to hum. Piece by piece, stitch by stitch, Patches was beginning to look like a quilt. a friendship star here, a 9-pin patch there, a little flower applique at the corner, and soon Patches was all done. "Oh my," said Mrs. Butterrum, "I believe this is my best work yet." As she stood back to admire the pretty little ghost, all of the holes in her sheet were now covered with the most beautiful fabric Patches had ever seen. No longer did the light shine through, but more importantly, no more draft. "Ah! Now off to the ball," said Mrs. Butterrum as Patches hugged her close. "Thank you so much. I may look different from all the other ghosts at the ball, but I'm the luckiest one of all." She was Patches the Quilted Ghost. And there's a tiny little patch right there. See that? So, and there's another patch right there. And she was all fixed up and she was going to the Ghostville Halloween ball and make new friends. All right, you guys, I hope you liked my story, and I will see you next time. Bye.